And I was Sunny and the Sunliners with Talk to Me. La da da dee 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 dee. Talk to me. So yeah, how was everyone's day? It is Wednesday. It is the middle of the week hump day. And tonight, I hope that it's going all right. Hey, that was a rhyme. I want to get another song in here, and then we'll hit the top of the show. But this gentleman is probably one of the greatest, if I could say, Chicano artists, even though he's not Chicano. That's the thing with oldies, man. I thought they were all Chicano, Chelsea. And then when at a certain age, someone told me that they were like African American or even white. I was like, what? This is Brenton Wood, man, and this is Chelsea's pick. I like the way you love me. Here we go. That you know very well in this channel, and when we have a brand new interview with the lead singer, and I will be debuting that. We actually put up the Spanish interview on Midnight's Edge Español, which if one of my wrenches can grab Midnight's Edge in Español, the Alex Ruiz interview, that would be wonderful. Right now, enjoy the song Resurrection from Del Castillo.
Surrounded by the grass on the hill, the leaves were breathing heavily, yet the night was strangely still. I'm afraid, she said, touching my head, it resembles the sound of death. Well, nothing really to fear, I said. God just holding his breath. Then the ghost of 1,000 suns came shining through the trees and relieved my soul. Oh, all the fears, my bones were blaze ever for me. I'm not afraid anymore. As we lay by the bay of tranquility, I'm breathing in the blood of love. I sometimes wonder who or what created cause above. On the sphere, so virgin and green, all I hear is command. I'm on a man, on a mountain, I ain't just
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Polly, let's go.
All right, listen, y'all. Just go ahead and let the guest play. Come on, jeez. That's better. Gotta go.
All right, happy Wednesday night. My name is Polly. This is the Latino Slant, and we are so happy that you guys are joining us. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I hope everything is good. Wow, it's been a lot of fun, right? We've come out with a lot of content this last week, and there's been a lot of cool Hollywood news from Gina Carano to the latest updates with Latino Hollywood activity as far as productions and TV shows and all that good jazz. As you guys know, I help run another channel called Midnight's Edge Espanol. And we did an epic blood in, blood out reunion panel now about maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. So we've been working on another all-star panel, and it's interesting. And here's my announcement. I mean, I know everyone in the chat, and I know everyone in the chat is here for Chelsea Rendon, and she's here. I'm going to bring her in right after this announcement, and she will be our sole purpose for the next hour or so. Pero antes, I wanted to answer this timely tweet that I got from Captain Nemo. And Captain Nemo asked me, Latino Slant, do you have any future plans to cover these movies? These movies, The Ballad of Gregorio Cortez and Stand and Deliver. And my answer was this. Yes, but we're going to have a person from both movies on the show. Here's the hint. That person is in both posters. That one person is in both posters. So what are we going to do? We're doing a reunion panel of Stand and Deliver in the next, I'd say, week or two with the great Edward James Olmos and some of the other cast members. This is really cool, man. This is something, and when I say we, I mean Midnight's Edge, Robert Meyer Burnett, and myself, the Latino Slant, raising money for the same Latino theater company that we did with the Blood In, Blood Out panel. So there you go. I mean, how is that for an answer and for the timeliness of this tweet, Captain Nemo? And I hope you're listening. I hope you're watching. Right now, we can confirm that we are doing a stand. Here's the thing. We wanted to do an American Me reunion. Eddie said no. He goes, I'll do a Stand and Deliver. And Stand and Deliver is like really in the hearts of a lot of Latino people. Like as far as like that movie, yo man, that movie helped me go to Stanford, eh? It inspired me. I finished college because of it. So it is a inspiring movie. So that's the news, and we will give you the dates and all that good jazz. As far as it is probably going to be on, I can tell you now, on the Midnight's Edge main channel. Edward James Olmos reunion panel of Stand and Deliver in the next coming weeks, a benefit for the Latino Theater Company. And so let's just get rid of that and let's say hello to some wonderful people in the chat. We got Krusty Mocha, like I said, Stephen Otten, another member. Holy smokes, I know. Cynical Lindsay, Stand and Deliver, yes. Boom, way to go, Polly. Shellback, TJC, you got EJO? EJ, yeah, well, yes. I mean, it looks like it. Neil Flores, Polly discovered I've seen this movie. just that in Spanish here in Peru, God, it's a good movie. Yes, it is a really action calm. I am. Oh, is this Nemo? Is this Captain Nemo? Well, welcome, Captain Nemo. There's your answer. I hope you like the answer. We got some wonderful people in. Cynical Lindsay. I watched and Deliver in my 6th grade class. Loved it. It's Courtney's here. It's good. Okay, now we can start because it's Courtney's here. Hello, everyone. Hello. So that's the fun news, guys. And we're always doing some really wonderful things on the show. Here's the objective of the Latino Slant. It is to enlighten and to entertain. That's all I want to do. No drama, no politics, no politics. We just want artists, directors, filmmakers, all that good jazz. We want them to feel like this is their casita as well as your stream as well. So we have great membership perks. Y'all know them. Check them out. But why don't we bring in our special guest? How does that sound? Our special guest for the night. She's an actress. She hails from Los Angeles, East LA, Montebello. You might have seen her work in Shameless, the great TV show Vida, and last year's hit, The Tax Collector, where she played Lupita. Was it Lupita or Lupe? Lupita, right? Yeah. What a great role. Oh my God, Chelsea. I loved your role in that. I wanted more. She's doing great things. In fact, that she made our top 10 list this year. Her and Noemi made the top 10 list of Latina actresses to look out for. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea Rendon. Yay!
My name was Lupe, okay? Don't make me Lupita. It's Lupe. I get very defensive of my character names.
What a character. Welcome, Chelsea.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thanks for saying yes.
Of course.
Well,
I know the problem is it's funny because T-Pain just talked about it, but like T-Pain saw all these fucking messages that are in the message request from like Viola Davis and all these like A-listers, and he's like, my bad, people, I didn't know this was a thing. So sometimes messages get lost in the message requesting. So I apologize. I believe now I am following you, so you will never be lost in the message request ever again.
Orale. I know. I just saw that, and look at everyone is saying hello. Everyone in the chat is saying hola, which is great. Applause. Yes, so good to be loved. So good.
Feel it.
And Diego's already asking, is that Grogu behind you?
Grogu, yes.
Grogu.
My baby Yoda. I love the Mandalorian. I'm a Star Wars fan in general, but the Mandalorian is the best. And little Grogu. I still call him Baby Yoda though, because like it sounds cuter because it has baby in the title. But yeah, my sister got me this, like, I don't even know what it's considered, but it's like a slushy or a smushy from Costco for Christmas. But it's legit comfortable and soft, so it's like my pillow for like my support.
Great gift. Great show.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the channel in the community to talk about Star Wars and to talk about, Latinos in Star Wars, man. I'm all over that. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
We could chat about that later on, which is great. Thanks for picking some of the music. I played the little Brenton Wood for you.
Yes,
earlier.
I know. I love that song. You know what's funny is that song reminds me of my little boyfriend when I was like a freshman. He was this little cholo guy, Johnny Patino. And he used to always play that song. I can't remember if he dedicated it to me or not, but I just remember when I hear that song, I think of him. Like, we have songs that take us back to a specific time, and that song always reminds me of Johnny.
I'm telling you, I was in shock at a certain age when I found out that all the singers weren't Chicano.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Chicanos, like, we kept oldies alive, man.
Yeah. That was so much, especially in LA, especially in East LA. Like that was the culture for sure.
That was it, man. How did you connect? Because you were a young lass. So how did you connect with
I listened to it, maybe my older sister or my brother, my friends. I always ended up hanging around older kids in general. So I think it was that, because my mom was like the Temptations era. Like she wasn't a big Bretton Wood person. She's more of like the Temptations, like Motown vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a difference. There's a difference.
There is a difference. Yeah.
Yep.
But I think just family parties probably, you know what I mean? Like
the parties, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
It was always good vibes. Always good vibes. I honestly listen more to older music than to the today's music. Like, yeah, I like Cardi B or like I don't know, like Shawn Mendes and stuff like that. But I also like I mainly listen to my phone on shuffle, and it'll go from like cumbias to like country to like Tupac. Like I'm all over the place with it, but it's like 10 years ago music and like 20, 30 years ago versus today.
Yeah, like but you keep up with the like the new, because even my girl.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff, but like somebody was like, "Oh, have you heard the Baby's new song or something?" And I'm like, "Who? Like, what is this?" Like, I know there's that broccoli song. That one guy had that broccoli song.
Broccoli song?
Yeah, there was that broccoli shit. Now I'm not gonna remember. Broccoli.
Close
I
call
don't know.
said,
I can't think about it.
Close call said, even in AZ, if I hear someone playing those oldies, 9 times out of 10 they're from LA.
Yo, it's such an LA thing, man. It's such an LA thing. It really is.
So growing up in LA, where and how did the acting bug take you? Like, what age were you? What were you doing? Were you like a little ham performing in front of your kid?
Yo, legit. I came out of the womb like performing. It was just in my blood. I was always that crazy kid singing, dancing. When I was 5, I believe, I fake fainted in the middle of Circus in Vegas. And my mom literally is like kicking me, like, "Chelsea, get up, to call security. Like, get up, Chelsea, get up." And then I'm like, "Oh, what happened? Where am I?" And like totally played it off. And that's when my mom was like, "Okay, we should probably look into this." Because people had been telling my mom for years, like, "Oh, you should get her into something. You should get her into the business." But also, my mom's born and raised in East LA, Chicana through and through. So she didn't know anything about the business. And we ended up surprisingly going to a casting call with some friends that were going. And then it was like a scam. It was like, "Oh, $5,000 for this or for that." And she called channel like 5, channel 7, channel 2, and somebody gave her the number for an agency. And we called and they just said, "Take acting classes, take headshots, and make a resume and come back." And we just got started. Mind you, that was 22 years ago.
Right.
Things are a lot different now.
Yeah. So then what was the next step? Like, did they get you in classes? Did you go to a theater company?
I had to go to, I went to acting classes, but right before I signed on with my agents at the time. And then I think I continued in acting classes, but like right away I booked a commercial.
Wow.
And then
what was it?
It was actually a commercial for a lawyer in Spanish. And I was supposed to be like paralyzed from the waist down because the doctors made a mistake when they like gave birth to me. So I'm like swimming in a pool with just my hands, and then I'm in a wheelchair. And it's funny because this guy, this older white guy who was a lawyer, when we were filming, he was like, "Todo para los niños." And I'm like, "It's todo para los niños." And I kept correcting him. And the director had to have my mom come and tell me, like, "Don't talk, let him say the line." And then I'm like, "But he's saying it wrong." Like, and so that was my first time ever like filming, being on set. And then I also booked a movie called No Turning Back, which I was the lead of, which won the Alma Award for Best Independent Film in 2001. But we shot it in like 99, I believe. I was 7 when we filmed, and then it was 9 when it came out. But
No Turning Back.
Yeah, No Turning Back. And it was a true story, really beautiful project. And when my mom saw me rehearsing for that one, because I was the lead, it was my dad and it was me. So I was number 2 on the call sheet. And when she saw me in the rehearsals and the table reads, she was like, "Oh shit, like I thought this could be a hobby, but this shit could be her life. This could be her job." And it kind of just continued since then. Like as a kid, I worked on like ER, The Shield, Judging Amy, and luckily was able to like work but still like have my normal life and my normal childhood. So like I went to Montebello High School, like Edward James almost, graduated from MHS. And I was in the film A Better Life, which came out in 2011, the year I graduated high school. So I was just like doing publicity and like really trying to get the ball rolling, and have been kind of working pretty regularly ever since.
Yeah. So it was just organic, and your mom never said no.
Exactly. Yeah. My mom never said no. She was always like, yes. My mom has always, it's funny because I always, bringing up the Selena series, I get very defensive when people talk shit about the Selena series. Like, we don't want to see Abraham or AB. We want to see Selena. But I'm like, if you did a bio story about me, you'd have to include my mom and all the work that she did from when I was 6 to when I was like 16, 17, when I got my GED so that I could do like auditions and film as an 18-year-old. But so it's like, you can't take that away. Like, that's part of Selena's story. So like, true fans want to know that. And real fans are really open to seeing that side. And I'm also young, so I was introduced to Selena through the movie. That's actually what really pushed me to like kind of perform, was watching that movie. So for me, it's really close to my heart, where I'm like, I appreciate seeing all the work of Abraham and AB. Yes, we all know Abraham's a little like aggressive and not maybe the best father, but he made Selena. If you don't like him and you don't want him to exist, you also take away Selena. And I don't think y'all want to do that.
Well, the way I see it is that he was a strong alpha in the family unit. And you know, whether it was his dream that he transferred onto Selena, he gave them all a better life.
Yeah.
And you know, no family's perfect, right?
Yeah.
But you know, in regards to that, and to one of your best friends, I don't know if she is your best friend. You guys seem like it, but Noemi Gonzalez is in Selena.
Yes.
And what her and the guy playing Abraham, and even Abraham Jr. too, incredible acting they're doing. They're killing it.
Yo, I love Noemi. Yes, she is one of my best friends. We have been friends for almost like 10 years now, and have really been super supportive, and we've leaned on each other a lot in this business because we are going through the same thing. And it's hard to find genuine people, or like, the problem with Hollywood is that people want to come to Hollywood and become famous, right? But like with us, it's about the craft. It's about, we love being able to perform and be different characters and all those things. So we have really connected with through that, like being like human beings first and then being actors. A lot of people are just actors, and I'm like, nah, I can't be acting all the time. I'm tired. And you know, me and Noemi have really bonded with that, where we're legit just genuine people first. And we've been able to find amazing people that are also like that. And as our circle has been growing, and my circle has been growing, but I'm so proud of her. I know all the work that she put into Selena, and literally that her body is broken because of it, because of drumming and stuff. So like, I have so much love and respect for her.
Yeah, she's quite the lady, and so are you. And it is inspiring to hear this, and to what I'm big on is letting the community here, that people that follow and all that stuff, just really get them some insight on just how tough it is to be in this business, in your business, because you know, it's easy to, you know, they're adult pretenders. They're living in a fantasy. That's not real work. And it's like, hold on there.
Yeah, no, I always tell people that they should definitely try acting class to see if they want to do this. Because some people were like, oh, I want to be an actor. Like, have you even done an acting class? Like, can you perform in front of people? Do you like it? Because the biggest thing about this business is you deal with rejection every day. You're getting rejected every day, and you just don't even know it. But your reps are getting rejected by, like, you know what I mean? They're getting the no's for you that you don't even know about. So it's something that I feel like you have to love it. It has to be in you. It has to be part of your DNA. Because if not, what's the point of dealing with the rejection and dealing with the stress of it all? And then also, again, like, to be emotional on set, like, people think like, oh, it's not, oh, it's so easy, or it's so that. But I'm like, imagine having to connect to those emotions that you feel in an argument over and over and over because you have to keep doing the scene over and over and
Mhm,
over.
mhm.
Like when you get in a fight with your man or you get in a fight with your girl, you get to make up and walk away from it. But like we have to bring those feelings back, bring those feelings back, bring those feelings back. So it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And I remember, God, I had a really emotional scene on Vida. And that night I went home and I slept for like 12 hours. Like, luckily I didn't have to film the next day. I legit knocked out for like 12 hours. I was exhausted.
So what was first? I think Islos High. Weren't you in Islos High?
I did the pilot of Islos High. Yeah, that's where I met
okay.
Noemi. But I didn't end up being in the show.
Gotcha. Okay. But okay, so Vida was a big deal for you.
Yes, Vida was well, I take it back to working with David Ayer on Bright. That for me was the catapult which changed my career, because he's Miklo. He's brown on the inside, even though he's white on the outside. And he connected me with Ivana Chubik, where I was taking acting classes. Sure. And so I worked with him at the end of January. I started at the studio in February and I booked Vida in May. And I feel like that all happened like the way it was supposed to. And so booking a series regular was a big deal. And being able to represent my community, like legit, oh my God, I get like chills every time I tell the story. But my mom went to visit us, visit me on set when we were filming the pilot. And the scene where I'm talking shit about the chick doing the birria, and then I get into it with the sisters the first time. It's like my first real, I have my like first opening scene, but it's my first scene with the sisters. And my mom grew up in the duplexes connected to that restaurant.
Really?
So when she came to visit set, she was like, and we were using it for storage. We were using that space for storage. Wow. And she started crying and was just like, yo, this is so full circle. Like, I grew up in this I think it was a 1-bedroom duplex with my 6 brothers and sisters. We paid $50 rent. And now here you are filming a fucking show. Like, so it was, yeah, it was really beautiful.
Is this
it was
Boyle
really
Heights?
Full circle. Yeah, East LA, right there by El Mercadito.
Which one?
Where El Mercadito is.
The one on
de Los Angeles.
By Lorena and what is it?
Yeah. Right by the cemetery. Yeah, Evergreen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then that's really close. And then for people out there that don't know the landmarks that we're talking about, very close to Blood In Blood Out El Pino. I can look right up and
okay, but my mom always says, my mom gets really mad and she tells this to everyone. She's like, I fucking grew up right there. Nobody hung out at El Pino. It was never a thing. They put it in the fucking movie, but it was never a thing.
Well,
she's like,
listen,
it's so stupid. I hate that, but it's a movie. It's a movie.
It's a movie, and it's a great theatrical device for the film. That's hilarious. That's right. 5 puntos, as what channel says.
Yo, actually, 5 puntos is the company that was working on Shameless. They were providing the tamales, and they brought us the product.
Oh, the carniceria.
Not the carniceria, with the tamales, the 5 puntos tamales, like the restaurant.
It was a whole thing. It's not just it's
a whole thing. So the people that worked there that owned that were the ones on Shameless giving us the masa and everything to make the tamales. Wow. They were actually even in the project.
Real fast, guys. We have a couple people lined up for later on maybe about 15 minutes. Any members that want to come on and ask Chelsea a question, let us know, and we will connect you with the StreamYard link. And RC from the NYC, our Dominican brother from another mother, $5 gift. Thank you, man. Saludos, Polly. Saludos, Senorita Chelsea. Saludos, Santino Nation. Hope everyone is well and blessed. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Hello, RC from the NYC.
This is for you.
Oh my God, I love that.
You gotta wake him up. Gotta wake him up.
Oh, that's
We got
cute.
some really cool people in the chat. I just want to say, of course, say hello to all our members. Bud Boy Productions. He's gonna come on in. Just another red shirt. Darius Munchausen.
Oh wow.
Reggie Johnson. Bright was dope. And Reggie's a screenwriter.
Oh, awesome. What's up, Reggie?
Yeah, she's like, what's up? Give me roll.
Shit. Everybody give me roll. Give me parts. Give me parts. I want to work.
I want to work. Stephen Otten. Bright was good. Steven has
I really like that movie. If you guys saw it, I don't know if you paid attention to the layers because David Ayer is fucking brilliant.
Oof.
But like there was so many layers to it. The way it was like the orcs are like the lower class, and then like you have like the people, the humans that were like middle class, and then you had the elves that were like the rich people and shit. And like it was really cool the way they put in other things. And that movie was so dope. I was so excited to work on that.
Uriel, my cousin. I have two primos that run the wrenches here, so it's familia. Zamora Carniceria. I think that's what he grew up right down the street. He grew up in your mom's hood.
Dope. My tia used to own La Princesita, the torteria. I can never say that word. Torteria.
You said it, man. That is not an easy word for us.
I still,
yeah, we got it. The trick is,
¿sabes qué? I could say parangari curitirimícuaro. I just can't say tortilla.
That's pretty good. I just say that shit fast. Okay, yeah. So Reggie, if you want to come on and ask a question, Reggie is a member, and any other members, let me know in the chat and just give me a thumbs up, and I will get the link to you in a few. Is Robert Terrell Jr. a friend of yours?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I love Rob. He's amazing.
Oh, well.
He's one of my best friends. I actually met him through my brother on Vida, Carlos Miranda. So they're really good friends. And then so Rob is like the best. He's our token white guy. He's our Miklo. We like gave him an honorary Latino pass. Like legit. I always tell this story. Or I don't know what happened. What do you want to say it? And then I'll tell the story.
No, tell the story, but I want you to know that this is a huge David Ayers crowd. They want they want the Ayers cut from fucking Suicide Squad.
Honestly, I'm so sorry. That's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Because look at what happened. I haven't seen the new Justice League. I haven't seen the Snyder Cut. But the fact that so much has been said, like, oh my God, this is a movie that should have came out, and why the fuck did the studio mess it up? They're never going to release the Ayer cut because it's going to be the same thing, and then they're going to look stupid. That's just what I think. They don't want to look stupid.
You got some insight.
A little stupid.
You got some insight, girl, and it was but it was like their biggest success was the Snyder cut. It was huge. Did you see it?
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. No. I want to, but it's also like really long, and like I'm like, okay, I gotta have to like mentally prepare myself. But I just have a feeling they're not gonna, because there's so many things that I know from David that are so different in his version. Like so many things. And I'm like, I don't know how they would let that, and then how that would play into other, like the spinoffs that have happened, like even Birds of Prey and stuff like that. I don't know how that would work into it. Yeah.
I think most of us here like have ignored Birds of Prey the way we have with Rise of Skywalker. We're just
I like Birds of Prey. It was fun. Again, you got to support the women in fucking Hollywood, bro.
Why if it's not good?
But I liked it.
Really?
You know what you're getting when you're watching a superhero movie. You know what you're getting. It's all action. It's not really story driven.
The choreography, action. The fight choreography was good. It was legit. I just thought the story was just a mess. That's just
why. It's a girl that bands with other girls to save a little girl.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Okay. I'm just saying, you guys support women.
But listen, I'm gonna support, all right. But that means I support with my dollar, so I can critique también. You know what I'm saying?
You can critique for sure, of course. And again, to each their own. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Because the thing is that I did that with El Chicano with Raúl Castillo, right? I didn't really like it, but I knew it was important to go put my dollars into it. And I love him. I think
he's great. My favorite part of that movie was my boy David Castañeda, who's in the Umbrella Academy. He was my favorite part of the film.
Was he the bad dude?
The blonde guy.
He was great. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're on the. So I know you had a story, and I want to talk to you a little bit more about David Ayer when we get into the tax collector. But Robert did have a question. Chelsea, what helps most when you change gears for a role to role? How do you break down a character? What helps you most?
That's interesting because I always connect my characters to myself, and luckily, or at least not yet, but so far I've always played ghetto little Mexicans, so it comes very natural to me, and I just connect it to myself. The harder things is like when Mari got kicked out of her house, like how do I connect to that? Or when she lost her dad, it was like, okay, my mom had a health scare, so I really connected a lot to myself. So I haven't had to have a drastic change yet to really like expand into a different character. So I'm really excited to do that when I do that. But like, I'm like, but yeah, I just, I humanize the character as much as possible, and I connect it to myself as much as possible so that the feelings that you see on screen are genuine. It's not like I'm acting like I'm sad or I'm acting like I'm mad. I'm genuinely like, whoa. Yeah, I was actually depressed after filming the kick out scene in season 2. I was depressed for like a week and didn't realize it until like after the fact. Because then I was like, oh wait, I don't feel so weird today. And it's like, oh shit. Now I know what depression looks like. I've never experienced that before.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it's all from acting your heart out for whatever that brief period of time
exactly.
was.
And again,
then
you got
the residue.
connecting in the residue and letting it go. And so I use the Ivana Chubbuck method, which is the substitution method. And the 12th step is let it go, right? When you do all the work, you connect it to what you got to connect it to, and then you let it go. My problem is I couldn't find something strong enough that connected to that moment of getting kicked out. So then I was like, fuck it, I just got to be in it. And it's just me. This is happening to me. I am Mari. Mari is me. And let's go. And that's what really fucked with me, is that I didn't do the work to let it go. But I got to thank my brother so much, Carlos Miranda, because I like connected with him so much filming that. And he really took me where I needed to be, like emotionally. And I'm like, ugh, my brother. I love my brother.
How did Tax Collector happen with David Ayer? Because I take it you already had a working relationship with him. So
David. This is a funny thing. So he was auditioning for Family Crimes, the show that he was working on at Stars, but I couldn't audition for it because I was on Vida. So like literally one of the executives is like, you're Vida, you're not Family Crimes, just so you know. And I was like, okay, I didn't say anything. Like David just mentioned it to me. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So he had met most of the actors through the auditioning process. That's actually how he met Noemi. And so when it came about for the Tax Collector, he wrote the parts with us in mind. So he wrote Lupe for me. But he's also David. So like I still auditioned for it, but I was the only person that auditioned for my part. So like it was pretty much mine to lose. And then Noemi, same thing. She was the only person that auditioned for her part. And then it was written for like Cynthia and for Cheyenne and for Bobby and Conejo. And so it was a really cool experience. So I remember making fun of David because David, I would see David regularly, like at the dojo and stuff. And I would talk to him a lot. I would ask him advice when I was working on the Chubbuck technique, because I was trying to get into like deeper parts of myself. And it was funny because I'll never forget him. He was like, yo, stop fucking with your mom. Your dad left you. He's the one that fucked you up. Like super just straight to the point. And I'm like, thanks, David.
Damn, David.
I appreciate that. That's true though. Okay, yeah, let me do that. I got daddy issues.
We need to bring you back with him. We need a great interview. He is amazing. He's amazing. We're a lot of Tax Collector fans here. It was a big hit. and it was unconventional. You guys did a drive-in
release because of COVID. Yeah.
premiere. Yeah. So how was
Mhm.
that?
It was so much fun. It was a great time. It was great to be out with everyone. Like, even though we were all in our cars, I got to see a few people, and it was the first time I had seen a lot of people because it was like months into the pandemic. And then also to kind of get that theater vibe of being with the audience. But it was and also really cool to just see it on a big screen. It was really cool to see it on the big screen.
I have to tell you, we gave it a big thumbs up, and of course, then we interviewed our first interview with Noemi, and I got it. You know, it's a great action film, and the lead is a Chicano, and the actors, you know, up and down the cast, you know, and I was very disheartened to see Latino journalists try to bring it down because of their agenda, and you know. That's where I draw the line and say, you know, look, you know, there's stereotypes and there's entertainment and there's heartfelt movies. There's movies, it shows you've been on like Vida that are so original, you know, a little agenda friendly, but bold. I can say I didn't really get Vida, but I respect it, and it was bold. You know, Tax Collector's my jam. I love Scarface. I love, you know, blowing shit up. What was that like? I don't know how you felt as far as you know, the kind of like the blowback you got.
Well, for me, it was frustrating because, again, it's people's assumptions. The biggest thing that was really frustrating was like everybody's talking about Shia playing a Chicano when it's like nowhere ever did we say he was brown. And it's something that we felt, or we didn't feel the need to explain, because especially if you're from the hood, you know the Caspers and the Jokers that are the white boys in the clique. So it was like, it just was what it was. And so we didn't feel the need to explain it because we all knew. Like, nobody in the table read or nobody in the rehearsals asked like, hey, question, Shia's white or brown? What is he? Like, we all just knew what it was. So when that became the topic of conversation, it's like, why are you guys focusing and putting negative stuff on this white guy playing a Latino character, which he's not, instead of focusing on a fucking David Ayer film with Bobby Soto, a Chicano, as the lead? And then you have 90% of the cast brown and black. Like, why can't that be the focus? So that's the thing for me that it was hard. And also, again, like, I'm someone that doesn't want to keep playing stereotypes. I want to branch out from that. And the thing about this film was, yes, it was stereotypical, but it was deeper than that. David, the character David, was born into this life. He didn't have a choice, but he wants to be a family man. He wants to take care of his family and his wife and just have that life, but he can't. And I feel like you saw that struggle. And if it would have been Creeper was the main character, where all he wanted to do was fuck people up and shit, it's super stereotypical and like, man, we could do better than that. But there was so much heart to it. And especially seeing like the brown and the black unity in the movie, that was something that I was so proud of. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about that.
I want to continue this. We're gonna pause on the David Ayer conversation that I'm having with you, because I have some of my members on, and they cannot wait to meet you. It is now membership time. Our first member is popping in, and he's a good buddy of mine. Reggie Johnson, just Reggie official. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Chelsea, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I see you're a big comic fan.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
I'm a dork. Yeah, that's definitely a part of who I am. Oh man, so just on the heels of
she's another dork too.
I got all the Yodas,
We're all dorks here, man.
So yeah, I
got all the Yodas.
I won't bring my other stuff out. So yeah.
Right. What is your question, sir?
Man, gosh, I mean, you kind of asked it. I mean, about kind of the backlash to the film. That's kind of what got me. But you know, with Tax Collector, do you feel like, I mean, I think this might be just me reading into it too much, but do you think, like, I don't know, like there's like a David Ayer tax? Because, you know, I felt like Bright was also a really good film, and a lot of people just came out really strongly against it. I was, you know, start to finish, I was like thoroughly entertained, and, you know, been a fan of his since like Training Day.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
You know,
is that a question?
No, I
or a
definitely
statement?
agree. Not only is there a thing against David, it's a thing against Shia. I don't know what it is, but like, yes, I understand he's a little problematic and he's not perfect. David's not perfect, but we can only grow as people of color with white allies, right? Nobody would have talked about this movie if Shia wasn't in it,
right.
realistically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some people might have shown up for George Lopez, and then some people might have shown up for like Lana, but really Shia is what brought the viewership. People don't know who Bobby is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But so we need the white allies, and we need to thank them for supporting us. We need to be appreciative of that. You know what I mean? Like, also don't take advantage of me. You know, me, white ally, be a white ally. But like, David has always been for the community. Yeah. He rides for the brown community. Like I said, he's Miklo. He's brown on the inside and white on the outside. You know what I mean? That's his heart.
I want to talk about that later. Yeah, that's important.
So it's really frustrating that some of these journalists just want to tear down the white man. You know what I mean? And when it's a white man that's actually doing good for us, like so many people on the set were people of color, even behind the scenes.
But it's in fashion, Chelsea, to hate the white man right now. Come on.
Oh no, for sure. Again, I have my issues with the white man, but there's a different white man. You know what I mean? But it's the thing of like, we have to know what fights we really need to fight instead of just fighting everybody.
What are they?
Right.
We need to know what's the actual fight that we're fighting for, you know? And I think that's the biggest thing for me, that there's definitely something like David has hate because he does good work.
I'm actually going to make
writes deep shit.
I'm sorry about that. I'm actually going to make you the big, there you go. That's much better.
But David writes good shit. Again, this motherfucker gave us the Fast and the Furious franchise. He wrote the first movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wrote Training Day.
Exactly.
Like Fury is amazing. Like, I don't know if you've seen Fury or watch. End of Watch.
Fury was amazing.
Like, yo, and so he's like always put brown people on his screens. He's always done it.
Yeah.
And
very smartly too.
Because I'm telling you, he's Miklo.
Reggie, thank you so much, brother. We're gonna move on. I got other members in the line.
Yo, hit me up on Instagram if you want to continue this conversation, because I can talk about the shit for days.
All right, for sure.
And he's got a short film that's gonna be in production, so you guys can all connect.
Definitely.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks a lot, Reggie. Thanks. All right, are you ready for our next member to come on and ask you a question? You having fun?
Oh my God, yes.
Awesome. You know what? Before we do that real fast, we have a filmmaker in the house, and he's also a member of the channel. Alejandro Montoya Marin, who's made the films Monday and Millennium Bugs. All we can do is create. Tax Collector was intense. Chelsea did a great job. Can't wait to work with her. Loved your work on Shameless.
Oh, thank you, Alejandro. I appreciate that. Yes, we got to create. We have to create. We have to create. But also remember, brown folks creating shit. Don't half-ass it. Because that's the problem that I've noticed with Latinos. They're like, oh, my short didn't get picked for this, or my film didn't get picked for that. And then I watch it, and like, it looked like it's made with the home video camera. And it's like, yo, we gotta also show up and have quality. We can't just expect respect and handouts and money without showing up. So that's what I tell my people. I'm like, yo, yes, do we want to create our own shit? Yes, but let's do it the right way. Don't cut corners and then complain when your project's not getting picked or you're not getting the funding. You know what I mean? Like, we got to do it right.
And you really need, I mean, this is so important because we talk about in the community. You know what? I'm going to wait because I got people waiting just to talk to you, and it's not fair for me to take up all your time. I have Matt, Bud Boy Productions, my buddy and newest member to the channel. Hey, Matt.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hey, Chelsea, you all right?
Yes, I'm good. Oh my God, you have an accent. Where are you from?
Oh, England.
Oh, hi. Bitches love a man with an accent. That's why I'm like, oh, where are you from? Hi.
Wow,
Oh
I'll
my
have to
God.
remember that one, like, definitely.
Well, I mean, your girlfriend's Latina, right?
Well, she was.
Oh, okay. All right. And moving on.
Yeah.
So what is your question, Bud Boy?
I've got a question. Well, I've got kind of like two questions. I don't know which one to ask you. I've got one that involves tax collector, but I've also got one that involves maybe some future stuff. So,
well, there's nothing future that I can talk about right now, technically.
oh yeah.
So don't waste that question.
It's more of a what if scenario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like the Blue Beetle film is obviously going into the works, and obviously it's going to be a big franchise piece. That one is, and I was just curious. I mean, would you be willing to take on like a role in a big franchise piece?
Hell to the yeah. You know, it's not up to me, it's up to the studios if whether my name's big enough or whether I have a big enough following or whether I have the talent in their eyes. They, you know, have their visions of who they want. I don't know that comic, so I don't know the details behind the characters, but I would totally love to be a part of something like that.
So really quick, the Blue Beetle is Jaime Reyes. He's a superhero out of El Paso. Blue Beetle, though, has been around for decades, and then they just made him Latino about 20 years ago. And it's got a green light, DC, and Angel Soto is the director on paper. So we're all pulling for Xolo to be Jaime. He looks they look just alike. Like you should see the comic of Jaime Reyes. I'm like, that's Xolo from the Cobra Kai.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that.
What else did you have, Matt? No, you had a couple questions.
Yeah, the other one was about the tax collector. I mean, I watched it the other day and I absolutely loved it. It was so brutal and bits. Like, I mean, it's great. Good gangster film, I thought. But without going into any spoilers in case people haven't seen it, obviously your character survives, and the way that the film ends, you know, if there's a sequel to it, I mean, I'm guessing you'd definitely take on the role again. But would you like to see, you know, Lupe have a bit more of like a hands-on action sort of role if there was a sequel?
Well, so the way that I see it, like I also have my vision of what the sequel could be if there is a sequel. And it's like,
nice.
I'm sorry, but this movie came out a year ago and it came out during a pandemic. So if you haven't watched it yet, it's not my fault. Sorry. But
spoilers.
You know what I mean? Spoiler. The right-hand man of David dies. And I was one of the people in his inner circle. So I'm like, I could easily be like the right-hand woman. You know what I mean? Like I could kill somebody, like I could do some shit, which I would love to do. So I would be really like, I could definitely see that being a thing. And like in my head, I would love to see David go after his father. Like I would love that. I would love that.
Wizard.
Take out the wizard.
Wizard. You know what I mean?
Jimmy.
So there would be like, I would love to see the world that David would create to make that happen. Like I personally, like in my head, have a vision of like David somehow getting into the jail and like fucking shanking his dad and walking out.
God.
Like I swear to God, that's what I have of like, all right, you fucking took my family, bitch. I'm gonna take you out. Like I'm gonna fucking be better than you, and I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Something to that effect. But like that's the way I saw it, like in my head afterwards. I have a very big imagination.
I like it. It sounds good though.
Chelsea, you're 100%.
Should I just make it? I'm just gonna start writing it.
Let's start. Well, you got Reggie that can write it, and then Alejandro can direct it. We can cast Matt in it as the UK muscle.
Hardly muscle.
Oh my God. Are you an actor, Matt?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, awesome.
Like nothing big. I mean, I've only got one feature that's
Hey,
actually
as
out.
long as you're doing
Yeah.
it. As long as you're doing it.
That's it. Just got to keep pushing for it. It's all about, like you said, it's all about the passion. If you're not doing it for the passion, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, really. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Matt,
Yeah,
any
yeah,
other
so, I
questions
mean,
before I move on?
Hmm?
I'm sorry. Did you have any other questions before we moved on?
Oh, no, like I say, I mean, I had a couple of others, but you already answered them when you were talking. So yeah, it's all good, all good.
Yeah, I talk a lot.
Yeah, but you're 100%. We love it, Matt. We love it, Matt. Thanks for coming on, bro. I know you were really excited, and we're it's my way of taking care of the members here on the Latino Slant. So
yeah, thank you so
You're good,
much.
Wally.
all right, brother. We'll see you. You gonna hang out in the chat? We'll see you.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I'll still be there. So nice one.
Okay, have a good one. Oh,
Bye.
I cut him off.
It's okay. I heard it. He said,
Okay.
see ya, Chelsea.
Before we move on to our next, he's technically not a member, but he is one of the OGs of the Latino Slant. We'll get to him in a second. But we did get a, sorry about that, Matt. Laters. We did get another tip, and one of our members, Stephen
$25.
this one is from Stephen Otten
this
for
is
$5. It is grito time. How about Chelsea? You meet Pumpkin the Chihuahua.
I love that. That's adorable.
Muchísimas gracias, Stephen Otten. Stephen Otten, I know you were the one who showed me your tax collector DVD the other night. So if you do have a question for Chelsea, let me know. We can get you the link. And here he is. A gift of $25 from Mexican Iron Man. Huge fan.
Orale.
Love the energy. Killer winner attitude. Thanks for being a great representative of the talent of our people. I hope your career soars.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
What do you want? You want me to play a video? You want the grito again, or do you want La Bamba? What do you want?
La Bamba.
There we go.
Cuando canto la bamba yo estoy contento porque yo me acompaño, porque yo me acompaño con mi instrumento allá arriba y arriba, bamba, bamba.
What a great show we're having. I hope you guys are having a great time and getting insight into the life of a working actor, because working actors are a just a rare animal, and really you can get a lot of insight into just what Hollywood is all about. Before I bring on my next buddy, tell everyone in the chat a misconception about Hollywood that you think people have.
That it's easy. That you can get overnight success. On average, they say it takes 15 years to create an overnight success. So if you think about Jennifer Lawrence, when she won the Oscar, she had been acting for like 15 years. You know what I mean? Like, I've been acting for 22 years, and I booked Vida, I think, on my 19th year. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it takes time, and you have to be grinding. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the time, and you cannot expect to just show up to LA and be like, I'm a celebrity. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. And if that's what you want it for, like,
yeah, that's good. That's good. Before we bring in our next guest, I want to say hello to a couple people in the chat. Another monster. What's up, y'all? Relax. I'm here now. What's up? Video James NZ. Hello, Latino Slant from New Zealand. Wow.
Oh, dang, New Zealand. Yo, I want to go to New Zealand.
I know, right? I want to go visit the Hobbit land. Don't they have that shit still up?
I have no idea.
I think they still have.
You're talking about Lord of the Rings stuff. I'm sorry, that I never watched.
Oh, you're not in the Lord of the
Rings? I watched a few of the Harry Potter movies, but not the Lord of the Rings stuff.
But you made an orc reference, so I thought for sure you would have.
No, orc is from Bright. Not from
the orcs. Okay, because I thought gotta love how real Chelsea is. Yeah, Matt. We all agree. And
also, my body is real too. Don't question that shit. Because I know that people be faking their bodies and stuff, but I don't. The only thing I do is get like my nails done sometimes. You know, I'm trying.
Well, hey guys, wrenches, grab Chelsea's Instagram page. Follow her now if you haven't already. She is in a current new workout regimen. You've been killing it.
Yeah, I've been working out for like 9 months now consistently because before the pandemic I was in a relationship and gained like that 10 pounds of relationship weight. And then in the pandemic, I gained like 10 pounds of pandemic weight. And so at the end of June, I was like, all right, bitch, you got to do something. Like, this is not good for you. This is unhealthy. So I'm hopefully going to hit my 20-pound mark that I've lost 20 pounds this week. I'm going to weigh myself in tomorrow. So we'll see if I hit it or if it's like next week or whatever. So yeah, I was working out 3 days a week. Then I went to 4 days a week. And then I did like 2 months at 6 days a week. But then like with pilot season and all that, I went back down to 4 days a week. So this is my second week back at 6 days a week. So I've been like kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing a great job. I've been seeing your videos.
Yeah. And I also promote it's about health. Like, cause I've had a few people that think it's a compliment that are like, oh, you don't need to lose weight or like, don't get skinny or don't this. And it's like, I appreciate it. But like, I want to feel comfortable in my body. So I want to get to the body and the size that I want and just appreciate it. Don't try to tell me what to do.
Well, as the chat here knows, Mrs. Slant, my girlfriend Romy, is a fellow actor as well and getting back into shape. And I said, you can do side bends and sit-ups, but please don't lose your butt.
No, everybody loves butt now. Everybody's doing squats and stuff. Everybody's doing squats and stuff.
Yep. But you know, she's a Latina. It's like, you know,
so she's already there.
Yes. Okay, and moving on. Shelby TJC is joining us. What's happening, brother?
Hey man, how's it going?
Hello. I love the Ninja Turtles behind you.
Yeah. Mikey's always there. Nice to meet you, Miss Chelsea.
Hi.
So my boy Paulie here did a video a little while back. It was this about a 7-Eleven commercial, and this little group of cholas, you know, go into the 7-Eleven, get a slushie, you know, and then go right back out, get on their lowrider bikes, and, you know, go on about their night, you know, just hanging out, having fun. And, you know, he was talking about how there's, you know, a lot of people are, you know, just out of their mind going, oh, this is so stereotypical, this is racist, yada, yada, yada. And I was just curious, you know, like what you know, what your views are on, you know, stuff like that. Because I mean, you've portrayed that type of character yourself, right?
Well, technically, one thing is people assume my character in Vida is a chola when she's not. So that I have to have that conversation with people, especially press, asking me questions. And I'm like, no, she's not a chola. She's an activist. She just has an edge to her. She has style. But I will say that at the end of the day, Latinos are cholos. They are gardeners. They are maids. And we can't deny that. And to want to only tell a different story takes away from who we are. You know what I mean? Like, I know friends and family that are proud to be that they cleaned houses or that their parents cleaned houses. So yes, we want to be able to tell different stories and not stay in the same stories of cholo, maid, mistress, gardener. Like, of course, we want to branch out from that, but we can never forget that those characters are not just characters. Those are our cousins and our tias and our abuelitas. And we need to always respect that. And if we're going to tell those stories, do it as genuinely as possible. Like I said with Tax Collector, there was heart to it. You had actual brown people playing these characters that are from the neighborhood. Bobby's from South Central. I'm from Montebello, East LA. Like, we were there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm from Beverly Hills coming to play a chola. You know what I mean? Like, which again, also that's part of acting. Like, that's part of acting. I want to be able to play a lawyer one day. And am I not allowed to do that because I didn't go to law school? Like, no, it's part of acting. So we just got to support the projects that are out there in order to get more projects greenlit. So I've been posting about it and talking about it in the Heights. We really need to go watch that. It's so amazing. I've already seen it and I was mind blown by it. And we need to just support and stop attacking things firsthand.
Well, and I loved the Tax Collector, by the way. I haven't made it to Vida yet, but I'd like to. And I was definitely wanting to see like more of your character since you were the sister. It just happened to not work out that way. So I would
well, in Tax
also...
Collector, I'm the cousin. I'm the cousin, but I'm a part of the family business. You know what I mean? That's why, like, you never see Bobby touch the money. You know what I mean? Or David's character touch the money. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'd be like sneaking in and out and be like, boom, bah.
The timing of that character.
Yo,
the timing of that
so
character
cool.
was hilarious. That's at points. It's like, oh shit, she's right there.
And good on the workout goal. I will definitely appreciate. So.
Well, thank you so much. And yeah, if you get a chance to watch Vida, it's on Stars. Very rated R. Do not watch it with kids around. And it's super brown. It's super LGBTQ, and it's super like female gaze, and it's awesome. So I'm really proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely bold. Definitely took a lot of risks, which I respect. So cool, Shellback. Any other questions you have?
Just I'm a little concerned after the after the shanking idea, but
yeah, it's a little alarming, but hey,
it definitely cues me into, like, if I ever had the privilege of meeting Miss Chelsea in person, to mind my P's and Q's, because I don't want to get cut. Okay.
First off, I'm talking about the story. I would never actually shank someone unless they were trying to attack me. The way that I say it is, I'm the loveliest bitch you'll ever meet, but I could also be the biggest bitch you ever meet. It just depends on you. So if you come at me with love and respect, I will give you love and respect. But I have a creative mind and I can get dark and twisty. So that's where I'm like, ooh, that shanking thing would be dope. Imagine how fucking dope that would be. Like Bobby's character David walks in this, and like the dad goes into his cell and Bobby's sitting there in the dark, and then he's like, what the fuck? Like, what do you do? Like, what? Like, that's how powerful like Bobby is now. He could get into the prison with no questions and walk out. You know what I mean? Like, that would be so sick. At least that's my mind.
All right, Shelby, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you soon, brother.
Sure.
You scare the shit out of him. But, Cold-Blooded Critic says shanking is sometimes necessary.
I hope not. Unless, again, you're defending yourself. You know what I mean?
He's from up north, and those Chicanos are nuts. So you got to look out for them.
Oh, Bay Area.
Yeah, norteños don't play, man. That's hilarious, man. We got we got another super chat. So we got to give props to Mexican Iron Man. Un regalito for $10. Oh. Chelsea is super solid and refreshing to listen to her views. Grounded, intelligent, as well as talented. Someone give her a movie studio to run. Wow. What? Yes. I love that idea.
Yo, I'm gonna do that at one point. Not right now because I'm not there yet, but when I'm there, I'm gonna be all about it. I'm actually in the process of creating a show right now with Noemi.
I know, she told me. But she didn't say the details, but
no, I can't tell you guys details because then you guys might steal my show from me.
Right? Like, then you'll come and shank.
You can't steal our show. Then I'm gonna be boss vibes. I'm gonna show up with my damn lawyer and sue your ass and take all your money. And if you ain't got no money, I'm gonna take that mic. I'm gonna take your car. I'm gonna take your hat.
Not my hat, dude. That's my fucking dad's hat. The fuck.
Well, see, then don't try to steal our story. This our story.
This is your house, man. The Latino Slant is your casita, man. I tell Noemi.
Yo, is Mexican Iron Man the one that asked the question about the Iron Man thing?
I don't know.
I saw something in the email, and so I'm like, oh, it just sounds familiar.
Oh, yes. He asked if you. What did he? Yes. He did. He's traveling right now, so he can't get like situated. Should I bring that question up? But thanks for your chat, Mexican Iron Man. His name's Mike. This one is for you, and excuse me, and for RC from the NYC. I think I forgot to play this. This is for you, brothers.
Yo, they're all saying that your power comes from the hat, that I can't take the hat.
No, I got, the thing is I could move the camera and you can see my rows of hats up here, and they're familiar with my different hats that I have. And this one is
that's what I'm saying. You always got the hat on, so don't come at me, because then I come for your soul.
Eso. You put me in my place, man. I'm like, okay. No, don't worry, Mexican Iron Man. We will not read it. Dang it, where do I delete comment on this?
Well, no, that was a comment that was emailed to me, so I don't know how you got that beforehand.
I had asked my members in a membership, because in YouTube you have a membership bulletin board, which is really cool. So I have 29 paying monthly members. So I try to take care of them like as best as I could. Like we did a movie night with Alejandro. So we viewed his movie.
Oh, okay, dope.
Yeah, it was really cool. So, that's why I'm trying to give them a little extra love by talking to you. And Mexican, he had those questions, but thank you, D. Bud Martin. Yes, the white Panama hat is best. All right, it's time.
Yo, I was with Noemi. We were in Laguna Beach, and she bought a Panama hat, and I have no idea what that is. I don't know anything about hats, but it was like expensive, and I was like, damn, bitch, and I was like, Get it though, girl, get it.
It's time for a hat change.
Bam. Orale.
And you gotta take the scarf off. You can't do the scarf and the Panama. This one is from Mexico. It is made in Veracruz. And I got this. I actually bought this in Whittier at a vintage.
Ooh.
Hey, you do you know that little area uptown Whittier?
Yeah.
So there's a store called Luna Soul Mexican Village. You have to go. Latino. There you go.
Yo, I used to go to that little like lounge bar right there in Uptown Whittier. I'm trying to think of the name, but I feel like
there's a couple of them.
But there's like the one, you know what I mean? That like everybody knows about. I can't think of it though. But yeah, no, I've gone out in Uptown Whittier a little bit, and
right.
I used to go to Skateland.
Oh,
I used to love Skateland.
That's funny, man. So, I got another member. Let me see how he's been on with me before. Let me see, his connectivity is okay. All right. Well, Stephen, let's give it a shot. All right, shall we? Our one of our members of the Latino Slant, Stephen Otten. There you are.
Fun with technology.
Oh, technology 2021.
Yes, indeed. How are you, Chelsea?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm trying to get everything working here. I'm back on my iPhone, which is not great, but it's better than nothing. First off, I wanted to say you're great in the movie. I wish you were in more of it.
Thank you.
One of the questions that I had was there ever a plan to make a series out of the tax collector? Because I felt like there could have been more to some of the characters. I understand it's an action movie, and a lot of the character beats are going to hit the cutting room floor. And I was wondering if there was more filmed than we saw on the Blu-ray? If there were more scenes filmed.
There was definitely more scenes filmed. But again, you got to try to condense it to an hour and a half. But I don't know about a series, but I think they would probably be open to a sequel. I don't know if that's something that's actually been talked about or not. But I feel like the way that it ended left it open for a sequel. So I would definitely love to get way more information. I know people talked about like a prequel to understand like Creeper's character. And then they talked about robbing that armored truck. So maybe they would go back then and like show that. I don't know. But there's a lot that you can do with the world that David created. And I'm so interested in all the things. Because you could even go back to like before Wizard became Wizard. You know what I mean? And talk about the dad, you know? And then see like young David, like baby David, you know? Yeah, but I don't... yeah, I have no idea about a series, but I think a sequel would be super like watched and people would be super down for it.
I'm down for it, absolutely.
Steven, you have the DVD, correct?
I do.
Great.
I do. I have the Blu-ray. I watched it Monday night.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Oh, man. I need to watch it again. It's so crazy. It's so crazy because I've known Bobby since I've known him for like 10 years now. I've known him since I was 17 and he was 16. So to see him grow into this man and grow into the character that is David was so like, I'm like a proud mama bear, you know?
Right on.
Steven, you have another question before I let you go?
Well, it was more of a statement than a question. I don't understand some of the hate around the movie. I mean, it is an action movie about, you know, it's a criminal world. This is what happens. This is just this group of people. It's not sort of, I don't like the idea of sort of blaming an entire group of people, and maybe saying blame is maybe overstating it. It's an action movie about gangs. They're doing illegal shit. Excuse my French. This is the life that they live. And it's not going to be unicorns and lollipops. It's going to be blood and guts, and crime doesn't pay. This is a brutal movie about brutal people. It's not for kids. If anything, it's a how not to live life. David has a choice at the end of the movie, and I hope he makes the right one, or maybe he doesn't, or maybe, like you said before, maybe he's got one more person to take care of. You know, who knows? But really, that was it. It's like to me, it's like if you have complaints about the movie, these are either people who haven't seen it and haven't been giving it a chance, or they need to go back and see it again, because I think they're missing the point.
Well, because again, people go into it with I don't even know that word. Preconceived thoughts and preconceived notions. And you have to just go into it just watching the movie and taking it for what it is. And being able to accept that is the first step. Because if you go in there expecting this or expecting that, then it's like, yeah, you're not going to get what you wanted because you're not David. You're not in his mind that's creating this world and this movie for us. So it's frustrating, and it really sucks to see the Latino community hate on it specifically. And I just hope that we can get better and we can start supporting each other. And I hope that, especially like I said, everybody needs to show up for In the Heights June 11th. And that way we can have our Crazy Rich Asians moment and our Black Panther moment. And we can show the studio that you can give Latino leads and big budget productions, and we will make you money.
Well, thank you, Stephen. Thanks for being a member. I'm gonna let you go, and we'll
Alrighty,
see you
you're
in the
welcome,
chat.
Paulie.
Bye.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. So interesting talk, man. First of all, I know Tax Collector made money, and it was a big hit, and a lot of people saw it, and there's room for the Tax Collectors, for the In the Heights, for so many projects that have Latinos in the lead, and like you said, we got to support it with our dollars.
And also,
said,
The Tax Collector was an indie film. It wasn't a studio. There was not big money behind it. Like, it was an indie film. It was an independent film. And so I didn't make millions of dollars off that movie. Like, I just wanted to work on it because it was a great ass project and it was dope ass people. So the fact that, like you said, it did make money, and it's like, that's great. And we need to have more content, but we also have to support the content that is out there, even if it's not your cup of tea. Even if you don't like Selena, even if you don't like The Baker and the Beauty, you know what I mean? Even if you don't like One Day at a Time, put it on in the background. Put it on in the background because views matter so much. And that's why, again, The Baker and the Beauty got canceled. One Day at a Time got canceled. Vida got canceled because it's all lack of numbers, lack of viewership, which means lack of money. And this is called show business. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about money. And I understand everybody wants representation. Not only do we need more Latino representation, we need more Afro-Latino representation. We need more female representation. Like, we all need representation. We need it. And I respect it. But we can't complain about the projects that are out there. Because if we don't show up, then the next 5 projects that we're going to get greenlit now get axed. And then we have 5 less projects with brown faces and brown creators or brown people behind the scenes. So we got to watch and support.
You said something about David Ayers being our Miklo, and I just wanted to touch on that because I think he's such I think he's a genius. I'm a big fan of his, and you don't necessarily have to have Mexican blood to grow up Chicano. And to me, that's David. And I there's always that guy, that Miklo in the hood, on the block.
Yeah.
And in seeing his work, you get it, man. You get why he made Michael Pena the drive the tank in Fury, because we were always there. We were always there, and it's wonderful to see representation when it's kind of sewn in organically, right? And it's natural, it's real. So yeah, and this is just for me, not so much when it's shoved in my face, I want it to be very entertaining, which is why I'm really excited about I don't know if you keep up with you seem like a big Star Wars fan with the Mandalorian. Did you see Rodriguez's Mandalorian episode he directed? Robert Rodriguez?
Oh yeah, I watched all of it. I watched all of them. Yeah.
So I don't know if you know, but he's show running and executive producing the Book of Boba Fett, the next series.
Okay, I didn't know that was the one he was doing, but yes, I was aware that he was doing. He was going to be a producer on one of them.
So how can we get Chelsea in the Star Wars universe?
That is not up to me. I'm like, that is not up to me. That is up to casting directors. That is up to producers. That is up to executives at these networks and studios. I hardly ever turn down auditions. So I will always try. And, at the end of the day, what's meant for me will come to me. And I know that I will work and continue working. But I would love to work on and some action sort of thing, especially with my history in martial arts. And I boxed it when I was younger as well. And then doing jujitsu and Kempo and, the workouts that I do. Like, I'm a badass. Okay. I could fuck some people up if I needed to.
Wait, hold on. Say that again. Go ahead.
I'm a badass. I could fuck people up if I needed to. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm a lover, not a fighter, unless you make me fight.
Oh
But
my God.
so yeah, I would love to be a part of any sort of action sort of franchise and any sort of action stuff. But again, it has to be the right project at the right time, everything's timing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited to see what the next 5 years brings. That's what I think is going to be a big thing.
Here's an idea just for you. Bounty hunter.
No, I'm not going to shiv him. How dare you say that? No.
Did you see the ending where he goes off with Luke? How badass was that?
I don't understand how they're going to do the next season. Like the only thing that I can see is that like Grogu, because he's like a Jedi, right? He's going to like appear in the back, right? And he's going to like watch Mando, and like Mando will feel him, but like they'll never communicate. But like he'll just like be like half invisible there, and then like at the end of the scene, like Mando will look back and like it'll be when he had disappeared. So like that, you know that there's still a connection, because how are they just gonna take away Grogu from Mando? No, they can't do that. I would be really upset. Really upset. I'm telling you, I'm very creative. I come up with whole ideas in my mind. Rob can tell you I'm an overthinker. And so like if I have one idea, I just like finish it until the end and then like come up with another idea.
Now, you are self-described Chingona.
Yeah. Well, technically I stole that name from Mari because she was like Chingona because of the jacket and stuff, but like I take that title. I own the word Chingona now.
You know our audience. What is a Chingona?
A badass bitch. Badass. You don't mess with the Chingona. That's when you will get shanked. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, Shellback was not wrong to be afraid of you. Oh my
No,
God.
I swear to God, I'm a lover. I'm a lover. I feel like I haven't gotten into a fight in my adult life. Or actually, no, I lied.
My adult.
Girls.
Wait a minute. You're pretty young. And where do you start your adult life?
Well,
21?
the funny thing is, I fought with guys in elementary school and middle school, and it wasn't until the 6th grade that I fought with a girl for the first time. And that's the only time I fought with the girl, aside from like I fought with my sister like once or twice. But I did snatch this girl's hair when we were out, but that's because she kept bumping into me. And I'm like, yo, like, excuse me. And like, no offense, but like, she was a little chubby and she was a little fat. And I'm here with my 2 girls and we looking good and shit. And she was with a group of like uglier people. So I think that it was just like hate. And I'm like, yo, it's a crowded club or like a bar. And like, we're bumping into each other. And so I'm like, oh, my bad. And she was like, And I'm like, ooh, okay. You know what I mean? And then like a couple minutes later, boom, again. And I'm just like, yo, man, like, chill out. So the 3rd time, I'm like, excuse me, bitch. Like, what? And it's like, nah. And I'm not someone to talk. So I just yanked her by the hair. And then my friends pulled me away. But that was like 5 years
Last
ago.
week?
6 years ago.
6 years ago?
I think so.
That's not a long time.
That was 7 years ago. You know what? I was 21. I had just turned 21. So that was 7.5 years ago or something. I was young and naive. Now I'm like a lover, kind of.
Well, you have one up on your friend Noemi because she has not come on the show live.
But it's not about having one up on nobody.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, we want to get you guys. Let's get you guys in the future on together live. That would be a ball.
It would. And then we could also be in the same room so that it's easier. Because then, like, you know, when you like talk over, we would like talk over each other all the time.
So I asked you a question about your favorite movies. Like, what were some of your top 5 favorite movies? One last time for you.
Remember the Titans is always one of mine. Selena. Crazy Stupid Love. The Long Shot. Oh my God, The Long Shot. Okay. There was another one and I can't remember it.
5 is. Well, listen.
I messaged you it. I'm like, I don't know.
Listen, I put this challenge up to Noemi, Fabricio Guido, who's come on by, and I'd like an actor's challenge from you. I'd like you to reenact your a line or two, your favorite moment from Selena, and
Oh
I'll
my
I'll
God,
help.
I can't
I'll
have
act
that
with
one.
you. I'll do it with you. So I'll play a girl. I don't care what. If you want to play a guy, because we're cool like that here. What scene would you like to do?
Honestly, I have no idea. But the only one, and it's not even my favorite scene because it's not my favorite scene. But it's the scene when she's telling Chris, when she's in the dumpsters and she's like, I may not be all streetwise in that, but at least I know not to be that dumb. And she like breaks it.
But
it's like not the best acted scene, but that's
it's horribly acted.
When you said that.
Yes, because J-Lo lets her Bronx come out. You're just like, but let's go ahead. Let's take your time with it. I'll play Chris.
Wait, I just did it. I just did it.
Hey, we got to slow down.
I don't remember the Chris lines.
I don't know. I'm gonna make shit up. I'm
God.
good at improv.
Okay, wait. But she kind of just talks. He doesn't even say anything. Oh no, he does. He's like, I'm no good for you. That's what he says.
Okay, Selena's, I'm no good for you.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh,
that was really funny. No, but it's because you were like, oh, Selena. Okay.
Let me do it again. Okay. Selena's, I'm no good for you.
Oh,
damn.
I'm sorry. I'm horrible. It's just because I keep seeing it in my head and like her hair, like when she does the thing. But oh my God, I'm trying to remember the scene though too, where she's like, oh, I'm tired of everybody telling me what to do. My dad, AB, and now you. Like, is that you up there? Like, breaking up hotel rooms and trashing the place. I've been around musicians all my life, Chris. I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
It's coming to me.
You totally remembered.
Oh my God. I love that.
That was great. Wow.
Yo, yeah, you should see. Sometimes it's hard for me on set. Like if I'm joking around with somebody, it's like, okay, wait, focus mode. We can't be joking. There were a lot of times, not on Tax Collector because it's a little darker, but like on Vida, that me and Ramses or like me and Melly would start laughing. Oh my God! Actually, there's an outtake in season 2, right before Melly gets the bleach thrown on her. She like sees me like packing my stuff up and leaving, and she was like. And I'm telling her that they're gonna protest the bar, and she's like, "Wow, did you tell them like that we're your friends and we're not like that?" And I'm like, "But you are like that." And so I'm really like, Mari's like, she feels guilty because she's been they've been supporting her and like letting her live there, and now like her people are against her. And so she's like, oh, like, and she like yelled at me, and she was like, "Get out! I want to see you walk." And like Melly, like Lynn is super serious. And she was like, "Get out." And then I'm like, sorry.
Oh my God.
And we had to like completely do it over.
Right.
I was like laughing. Because also Melly's a sweetheart. So to see her mad was like really cute. I love her so much.
We have a line reading request from Uriel 316. What, are you ready?
Oh my God. Yes. Well, no. So then there's a whole thing of like, oh man, we'll pay for it. Like, oh man, are you serious? Man, you kidding me? Like this bumper is going on the top of my garage, and I'm gonna put a little sign under it. It's like, this bumper was pulled off by the bus of Selena.
Wow.
Right, anything for Selena, and it's like,
It was like the most like geeky cholo ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I just gave myself like a little headache getting so excited right now.
5 out of 5 shivs, Krusty Moco says. Wow. We have the best people in the chat, dude.
Yo, this was so much fun. Yo, I want to watch Selena again. I think I watched it maybe like 6 months ago.
We have another gift of $5 from Mexican Iron Man. Chelsea should play the sister. Paul could be the drum set.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, let's
move your head. Move your head. Bah, 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 bah.
Let's I think it's time for the dancing perro and for everyone to give props. I'm giving props to all the members that are here. Here's your dancing perro.
Yo, I love that. In a dress.
Yeah, he was a little smile. He had the smile the whole time.
Rob, you better not make fun of me about this stuff later.
Wow, well, we got a lot of cheers, a lot of ratings, 5s. That was a pretty awesome geeky cholo 10 out of 10. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And yeah. Well, we've had an incredible show. Been going for an hour and a half. I think it's time to wrap it up. Want to leave?
Were there any last questions? Were there any last questions that were on the thingy that we didn't answer?
I mean, if anyone has, in the chat, if anyone has a couple of last questions, I know Snowdub just got here. Snowdub is a puppet, and he's got his own YouTube channel. He's a puppet.
Oh my god! Hi, puppet.
Hi, Snowdub.
What's up, little puppet? Hey, I know little puppet for real though. Danny de la Paz.
Whoa! Breaking news for $2. El Perro has been released from vet. Whoa! Wow! That's another one of his puppets, the El Perro.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the $2, my man.
Hey.
Let's play a little Tom. Tom needs a little love. Let's give him some love.
Earthquaking, booty shaking, let's get this fucker started. High class, big brass, pretty little lions in a row. No cash, so crass, wrap it up in a bow. I'm so heavy, my head hangs low. When you gonna tell me what you don't know? The whole world's gone crazy, but that's
okay. That's from our buddy Tom of Midnight's Edge. Love that song. And don't look at me. That's a good line reading right there. You want to do it? You want me to do it?
You do that one. You do that
okay,
one. I've done all the other ones.
You know that camera angle is always creepy because it's little puppet looking up at his brother who's choking him, right? Right? And then he's like, "Don't look at me. Don't look at me."
Yo, that's savage. You killed your brother, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Ooh.
Did you hear about that Eddie Almost news?
Yes, that you're gonna have him on. Oh yeah, I'm so ready.
Let me switch this. I kind of see why he doesn't want to do American Me because it's
you know all the shit that happened with that, right?
Right, and all the pleitos también. Yeah, and all the Mexican Iron Man was his security for a little while.
You don't want no.
Yeah.
No verde luz.
yeah. Anything for la clica. Anything for la clica. But we did have a question. RC from the NYC, our Dominican brother from another mother. Chelsea, who was your biggest role model or mentor in the industry?
Well, in life, my biggest role model has been my mom. She has just shown me what it is to be a fucking strong, amazing woman. She raised us as a single mother. She battled cancer when I was a kid and still picked us up, took us to school, like cooked and fed us and stuff. And I really gotten all of my strength from her. And then now as I've grown into my adultness and getting more into the business, I'm realizing all the things that she couldn't know because she wasn't a part of it. And so I take all my strength from my mama. Love my mama. In the business, David has actually been someone that's been really great. Like I said, he connected me with Ivana. He's like kept in touch with me and stuff. Like, again, he wrote Tax Collector for me, or like my character for me. That's why, I don't know if you remember, I don't know if it made the movie, but there's one part where I was like, man, I got so high last night and I ate a whole thing of Oreos. And I remember when I read that, I went up to him and I was like, really, David, you're just going to put me on blast like that to the world about eating all my Oreos? I see you. And he just started laughing. And then also just looking up to people like Viola Davis. You know what I mean? Like, her work and her talent is amazing. So definitely respect her.
Undeniable. She's undeniable.
Yeah.
Yep. Pop culture archivist has a question. Would she, Chelsea, be a Jedi or Sith?
I'm good. I'm a Jedi.
Or would she ever like to work with Gina, That's my question. And
I don't know the whole controversy about Gina. I just know she said something talking about like the Holocaust or some shit, and like that's not cool. But I haven't heard anything about her personally being bad, so I'm down to work with everybody. But now, if you bring stuff to me, that's a different question, and you bring problems to me, that's a different question, and I will still be professional with you on set, but then we ain't gonna be friends afterwards. You know what I mean? But I'm all about working.
yeah, I believe that comment, it was actually a post and was taken out of context. I think she was trying to make a point, and it just blew up.
But she followed up with a couple things, if I'm not mistaken. She followed up with some stuff that was not great either.
Yeah, I watched her interview after the whole mierda. She seems like a really sincere person, so
Yo, people seem sincere, but like the people that tend to play America's sweethearts tend to be the biggest bitches, and I can vouch for that.
Well, listen,
don't want to put them on blast, but
yeah, listen, she's never been in the Hollywood Insider thing, so she's always spoken her mind, for better for worse, right? But the question was, and you answered it, which is great.
Yeah. All I say is, look, you got to respect everybody. You just got to give people respect. If you don't want people to talk shit about you and your culture, don't talk shit about other people's cultures or talk about them. That's, just respect all around.
Shellback says, any more questions for Chelsea other than marriage proposals?
Sorry, y'all. I like to only date people that I know in real life, and I don't know y'all in real life. I tried online dating for 2 weeks, and I'm over it.
Oh my God. Right. One of our members just showing up, and I just wanted to say hello. That 70s rock fan, hail. And okay, let's go. Yeah, you got time for two more questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Prince Andrew, do you have aspirations to direct?
Hell to the yes. I am I like to be in control, and directors are control freaks. And I already have produced some small things, some sizzle reels, independent films I've helped produce. So I definitely have the producer hat on that just stays on my head. But yeah, I definitely want to direct. But I also want to learn to direct. I would take classes and stuff like that, so that I don't have to depend on my cinematographer to tell me what lens and what this and what that. You know what I mean? Making sure we got the right coverage so that they're not in the editing room being like, fuck, we missed this or we missed that. So I definitely want to, again, like I said to Latinos, we can't do shit half-ass. If we want to get respect, we have to put out quality work. So if I'm going to direct, I'm going to do my fucking homework before I direct. But yeah, hell yeah, I want to direct. I want to create. I'm doing all the stuff.
How much power, or do actors have any power in the business?
No, not really. Unless, again, it's so there was one time when I had a scene in Vida, and there was one line that I was like, hey, I feel like I should add this to it. And then me and Tanya talked about it, and she's like, okay, yeah, cool, go ahead, add it. You know what I mean? But with TV, it's also a lot harder because it's very much by the script. In film, you have more leeway. But realistically, we show up on set, do what we do, and the editors can completely change it. You know what I mean? And I've seen that done where a movie is so different from what I shot. But that's, again, the tone, the music, the editing, and how they even if they switch a scene that was at the beginning of the movie and all of a sudden it's at the end, you know what I mean? So as actors, once we finish filming, we have no control. Unless you're a producer and executive and you're in the editing room, or you're in the room where it happens, Hamilton reference. But yeah, we don't get a lot of power.
and I think that's why you always hear about actors wanting to, get into
produce. Yeah, exactly. They want to be able to have a seat at the table.
So, that 70s rock fan, one of our fine members. Question for Chelsea: do roles come to you, or do you seek out specific roles, or is it a mixture of both?
Honestly, I'm not Charlize Theron or like Michelle Rodriguez, so I still have to audition. So 95% of the things that I've done, I've auditioned for. The things that I have done more recently, the episode of Lucifer that I did is going to be coming out at the end of the month when they release the part 2 of season 5. That was actually an offer. So that was really cool. And
what is that role? Can I ask?
Well, see, all I can say is she's a get a little chola, but there's a reason for it, and it's really cool. But you have to watch the show, and if you're a fan of the show, you'll fucking love the episode. But I can't give away anything.
Sure.
But so that actually was an offer, and then my role on Shameless was an offer because John Wells was a fan of Vida, and
John
that
Wells
was really cool.
Big deal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was so surreal, and I didn't realize it at the time. But that was an offer. And the part on the Infiltrators, the movie I did about the detention centers and immigration, was an offer. They were fans of Vida and knew my work. And then there was like a short that I did that was an offer as well. But yeah, that's like 4 things, maybe 5 out of everything that I've done.
That's great.
So I'm like, again, you have to understand that we are not, especially as brown actors, we do not have the ability to pick and choose what we do. And I'm someone that I've always said that, yes, I want to get away from playing stereotypical characters, but I will work until I get to that place. Because if you don't work, people don't see you, and then they forget your face, they forget your name, and then you're just another actor that fizzled out. So I want to continue working until I get to the position to pick and choose and be able to do great work. Also, Emilio Rivera said it the best. Emilio Rivera from Mayans, in SOA and stuff, and he's also been in like everything. But he was talking to a group of actors on set, and they were all like ex-cholos turned actors, and he said, they're going to keep casting you as a cholo until you show them something different. So yeah, play the cholo, but play the best cholo, play the different cholo, and then you will grow from there. And Richard Cabral is a great example of that, because he was on American Crime. And the first season, yeah, he was a cholo. And then the second season, he was like a computer guy with glasses and a kid. You know what I mean? Like, so when you're talented and you put in the work, it will come. And understand that you're going to take a step back and then 2 steps back and then a step forward and then 2 steps. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a go and go and go game, but it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So, yeah. I'm like, I don't even know what the question was. I just went off on a rant.
Yeah, that's sometimes we are the Latino rant, you know. So it's all.
I love you, Rob.
It's all
I'm
good.
gonna FaceTime you after this.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob, and thank you to all the. I think we're gonna wrap it up, but thank you to all the first timers here at the Latino Slant. We have shows all the time, live or pre-taped stuff. So yeah, Chelsea, great job. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Know, thank you. I had a blast. Does this stay up? Can I share this after?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yep. Okay, awesome.
Oh yeah. And we have Noemi's interviews as well in English and in Spanish. How is your Spanish, by the way?
I'm a sad little Mexican. I can speak Spanish, but I have to like prepare. So I like get nervous, especially doing press in Spanish, because I just get nervous. I'm way better than I think I am. But once like the spotlight's on me, I'm like, sí, es porque
es que
me siento muy excited. Like, you know what I mean? But then like when I'm with my family and I'm talking Spanish, I'm fine. Like I'll say 1 word or 2 words in English that I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but I definitely just get way more nervous. But yeah, I don't know if I could do a full ass interview in Spanish, because also I'll be like, sabes que no manches, güey, or like, you know, and then like it'll go a whole different direction. I'm like, chica, yo ya me voy a la playa, and then
You
like
can
dance.
you
to
can catch
Grogu.
Chelsea dancing, working out, and doing all kinds of fun stuff on her Instagram page. It's absolutely entertaining. And she's live on her Instagram page. Those are hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I love going live. Oh, did you see my live when I was drunk with Noemi like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I did. I saw.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is what I say. One, I am me. You know, a lot of people look at me as like an actor or celebrity or something, but like I'm not. I am way more relatable to like all the people on the chat than I am to Charlize Theron. You know what I mean? Like I always say her. I don't know why. I think
I know. I'm like, I've met her. She's pretty cool.
Yo, I bet she's cool. I played
a game of pool with her years ago.
Yeah.
And she was.
But
she
like,
was,
you know, Charlize Theron can't go to Starbucks and get a Starbucks.
Yeah, I know exactly
what you mean. I can go to Starbucks and get a Starbucks. You know what I mean? Like I do randomly get recognized, but like it's not where like I need security or like anything like that. So like I'm me, and like the person that you're seeing here is who I am in real life. Rob could attest to that. That's why on my stories and on my lives I'm just me, and I'm me. Now I'm gonna say Bobby Soto is me because that was his Instagram handle, so that's what I call him. And I just saw him on Mother's Day, and my brother kept making fun of me for being like, Bobby Soto is me, come here. But Bobby Soto is me. But Bobby Soto is me. And my brother was like, is he really like Bobby Soto is me? Like, can't you just say Bobby? And I'm like, it's a thing. It's a thing. But I love that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm crazy.
I'm just letting you go, girl. I'm like,
I know. I'm like, so the weather. It was cold today, guys. It was cold.
Who doesn't want a weather report from Chelsea? I do.
So in Los Angeles, it was cloudy with a chance of rain. Back to you in the studio, Polly.
Thank you so much, Chelsea, for that riveting weather report. Everyone in the chat, I hope you enjoyed this amazing show. If you got here late, go to the beginning, check it out, catch the replay, and congratulations on your success, your past success, your present success, and the slant is always your casita. Come back anytime.
Yes, thank you. And Reggie, hit me up. I want to continue our conversation.
All right, hang out for a second. We're gonna throw the closing credits and say hello, give props to our members. All right, Chelsea.
Awesome. Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Be good, everyone. Peace.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant. The slant. All right, Paul, let's go.